Hey guys, welcome back to the class. So in this tutorial, I will be teaching you how to make a cup corset, and here is the cutting and the drafting aspect. And I have my shoulder line here. Can you see my shoulder line? That's our starting point. And I'll measure from my shoulder line to my bust point, from my bust point to my under bust, from my shoulder line to our waistline, and to the full length of the corset. And here I have all the points, and I will just go ahead and extend it and as well label the lines. And I hope you all can understand what I'm doing. I'm just trying to extend the lines, and I will as well label it. Here is my bust point, there is my under bust, my waistline, and the full length of the corset. Having been done with that, I'll come over to my shoulder line here and take my shoulder measurements, and I'll swear I'll create my armhole cuff. If you don't know how to do that, I will advise you to go back to the previous video and learn how to create your armhole curve. So do this shouldn't be a problem for you, because I'll be showing you guys several times in this training, so I won't be showing that. So the next thing I'll be doing is to come over to your bust point and mark your nipple to nipple measurement. My own nipple to nipple measurements here I have 7 inches. I divided into 2, that gives me 3.5 inches. And as you can see that I mark it on my bust point, on my under bust, and on the full length, just trying to create a straight line. Having been done with that, I'll go ahead and take my circumference. I'll take my bust circumference, come over to your chest line and take your bust circumference, and do the same thing on your bust point. Take your bust circumference and come over to your waistline, as you can see me doing. Take your waist measurement. My own waist measurement, I have 27 inches, and I will be dividing it by 4. But because I'll be snatching my waist, I want to snatch it by just 2 inches, so I will be deducting just 2 inches from my waistline. I will deduct 2 inches, that will give me 24 inches, and I will be using 24 inches as my waist measurement. If you do not want to snatch, just use your normal waist measurement. And I will come over to my full length of my corset. I will take my hip circumference and I will connect the dots together, as you can see me doing. And this is what I have. Can you see? So the next thing is to bring over your bra cup, and let's use our bra cup. It's time to use it, and here is my bra cup. Can you see the bra cup that we made earlier? Can you see it? So I'll be using this particular one to make the corset. And at this aspect, you have to be very sensitive to be able to get this. So can you see how I placed my bra cup sit on my underbust? So to get your neckline, come down by 1.5 if you do not want a very deep neckline. But in this case, me, I want a very deep neckline. I will be using my bust point line for my neckline. And on that my bust point, I will go in by 0.25. Going by 0.25, that will be the distance between your two busts, and I will place it on that point. I hope you can see what I'm doing. I'll place it on that point, and I'll make sure that it sits well on my under bust. Can you see how I place the cup? And if you come down by 1.5 on your chest line, you just place your cup like this. The only difference is just that the cup will not be bent like when you use your bust point. It will not be bent like that. And I hope you guys can understand what I'm doing. I place it under my point that I'll be using, and it's time to trace out the lines. Can you see what I'm doing? That it sits well on my underbust, so it's time to trace out the line. So I will just use my marker to trace out my cup shape. Can you see what I'm doing? I'll just trace it out like this. You just have to calm yourself down and gently shape it, as you can see me doing. Can you see what I'm doing? You still have to shape it at the upper part, but let's shape the down part first. And having been done with that part, I'll just come over to create my the upper part. Can you see what I'm doing? It's very simple. All you just have to do is to follow the shape. That's all. It's very simple. It's not hard. And I will just connect this part to the chest line here. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. Just try to connect it to my chest line from where it stopped there. So guys, let's add our sewing allowance to our bra cup space, because you can't just cut it directly on that line. You will have to add your sewing allowance, because if you cut it directly on that line, you are on your own, on your lower. So you just have to so guys, I will just be using 0.5 for my sewing allowance for this area. And it's very important for you to add this, because if you do not, at the end of the day, when you want to join your cup together, it will be the space will be very wide for your cup. You will just have to start all over again. So this is very important. Just add it round your cup, just add it roundly, and I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. Just follow my steps, follow my strategies that I use, and you will see that at the end of the day your corset will come out very nicely, because I've been using this method for a very long time and it has been working for me and has been giving me a very good result. And as a good designer, we do not just learn how to cut and sew, we learn why they cut it and sew it in a certain way. So guys, the next thing that I will be doing is to add my sewing allowance, and I will be using 1.5 inches for my sewing allowance. That's what I always use. I always use 1.5 inches for my sewing allowance. So I will add it around my circumference, as you can see me doing. And now we as well connect it all together. Having been done with that, it's time to create our corset length, because I will not be using this full length. And from my waistline, I will just come down by 3 inches and I will connect it to our full length. Then I will create a very nice curve. Use your ruler to do that. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm just trying to shape my corset, though the length that I will be using is not too long. It's not too long, so do not let your corset length be too long. And the next thing is just to go ahead and cut it out. And I will be starting the cutting from my center front here. Can you see what I'm doing? Your center front here, that's where you start the cutting. Just have to calm yourself down, just be focused, that's all. And I hope you can see what I'm doing. I'll be cutting it towards my armor cuff, as you can see me doing. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm cutting it towards my armor cuff and I will follow the shape. This is actually simple and easy to cut. Once you follow my strategies, you see that at the end of the day, your corset will come out so nicely. So after this, just come over to the fillet of your corset and finish the cutting from there. And this is what we have for the front. Just take away the yoke. You will not be using the yoke in this class. And can you see what we have for our front pattern? So the next thing is to cut out the bra cup. I hope you understand what I meant by bra cup. The bra cup space, just cut it out, as you can see me doing. Can you see?